Gettel Stadium Toyota presents the 2024 Toyota Sienna XSE in Ice Cap. This is going to be more of a sporty style. The front, you're going to get the sport mesh grille. It's enlarged that goes into the air pocket. LED fog lights, LED headlights with the satin aluminum that goes into the gloss black for the top portion of the grille. The limited trim will boast the horizontal bars for the enlarged grille as well as the LE and XLE. The difference is the LE and the XLE will get the matte black. When you go to the limited, it will be silver. Matte black will surround the lower lip and you're still receiving over 6 inches of clearance. All trims will be powered by the same 2.5 liter inline 4-cylinder that produces a combined 245 horsepower. Now you're achieving 36 mpgs for the city and 36 mpgs for the highway. So when you're thinking a hybrid close to the V6 we lost a few years ago, that's really good because now you're getting the mpgs that you need. You tick the box for all-wheel drive, it increases the ground clearance. You go into this XSE, you're getting a sport tuned suspension, so you're gonna have that drive similar to an SUV, but it's still going to be like a limousine. Set with 20-inch matte black alloy wheels. XLE will be a 17-inch wheel, the Limited will be an 18-inch wheel, gloss black on the side skirt. The side view mirrors, the roof rails will get the gloss black and the shark fin antenna will get the gloss black. The XLE trim starts the chrome on the door handles and you could do a kick to open for the sliding doors. And what I like about the sliding doors here opposed to Honda is when you look at the rear window, the chrome is going to surround the top, the lower is going to be matte black. So it hides the rails so it looks similar to an SUV, and that's what they're trying to accomplish with these minivans because it's a practical vehicle, easy to get into because it's low to the ground, but yet it still has clearance. LED taillights with the X style that goes into the matte black for the Sienna badging, which is also on the XLE trim. When you go into the Limited, it changes that to chrome. The lower is going to get the grille pattern with the gloss black elements. It's just going to look a little bit more sporty, and it should. Standard suspension setup is going to be an independent McPherson strut front and a multi-link rear. So it's still going to be a butter smooth drive, even tuning it with the sport suspension. Power liftgate going into 33.5 cubic feet of storage. You have a storage nook here on the side, and it's a deep storage pocket because of the way you can recline these seats. So you can just push it in, undo the seat belts, pull this lever here and slide it down. That's going to increase cargo to 75.2 cubic feet. Unfortunately, to get the 101 cubic feet, you will have to go back here in order to do so, to fold the captain's seats. This will slide it forward, but it does have quite a bit of storage and a wide opening. 8-way power seat adjustment for the driver, 4-way power seat adjustment for the passenger, heated front seats, optional ventilated front seats, contrast stitching in red, headroom, and leg room. The Sienna has a lot of space and storage. So you have storage on the driver's side. You have a full pass-through with a 12 volt. And then on the passenger side, the same amount of room for the footwell with a large storage pocket that has an optional wireless charging pad that starts on the XLE trim. Tri-climate control standard is a quad climate control starts on the XLE. We have the navigation with the 9-inch. This has 8 speakers, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio. Put it into reverse, and we get a reverse camera. The trajectory will not expand, and you can't change the camera layout. And the key fob for the Sienna. A wood look, gloss black elements, driving mode, which you have eco, and you got an EV mode on the 4.2 information display, which can go through an array of information for the driver, including the turn-by-turn navigation. 3-spoke steering wheel, it's perforated on the sides, multi-function. And it's going to be soft to touch here. This opens up into a deep storage pocket with 2 USB ports. Open this up, for another 2 cup holders, a total of 4 right here in the center. The dashboard and the door panels can figure in together, and it's going to be more of the everyday material, so it's soft and easy to clean. It's going to be soft here where it needs to be. One touch up and down for the windows. 2 tiers of storage with a moonroof and an auto dimming rear view mirror. Motion to get into the second row. With the captain seats, the XLE will be the trim that you can get a bench. This one you can only get captain seat capabilities. You get USB ports, cup holders, storage behind both of the front seats. Push the button here to close the door, and you're going to see the manual sunshades. It's going to be a little bit more firm pretty much everywhere, but you do have a little storage sleeve and a cup or bottle holder here, a total of 18 throughout. Plus, because they're captain seats on both sides, you have that. Headroom is actually pretty good. You can also slide these forward as soon as I find the lever, in which it'll make it pretty tight for me for leg space, but you can slide these back really far, in which if you get the reclining captain seats, you can actually fold it out more or less like a bed. 4th climate control starts on the XLE trim. To enter into the third row, slide it, and you have a pretty good opening. Also recline these seats, so I will demonstrate for you on the recline side that you can just kind of really enjoy the third row, both of which will have cup holders, but the USB ports will only be on this side. No manual sunshades, air vents in the ceiling, and leg space isn't bad as long as they don't push it all the way back. Sliding into the center, you'll have your own feet space because of how wide it is. As for the width, because this kind of pushes inwards, it also kind of loses a little bit of space right here, but it's still doable. Headroom becomes a little bit more questionable. 245 horsepower out of this hybrid 2.5 liter inline 4-cylinder. So you have a sufficient amount of power with 36 mpgs on all perimeters. I like this because this is a practical everyday vehicle. You're planning on putting some miles and driving it, and you can do so, and it's going to have that limousine ride. Even though we got a sport tuned suspension and 20-inch wheels, let's see how that engine sounds though. Now it's not going to be as refined as a V6 engine, but it's going to be a lot quieter here because it's a hybrid, so it will kind of toggle on and off. In which for the long drive, that's going to make it a little bit more pleasant. The sound deadening, it's pretty quiet inside the cabin. Going over imperfections in the road, you will feel a little bit more of the bumps because these are 20-inch wheels and that sport-tuned suspension layout. But it's still nothing to be really concerned because you are getting a great value when you're considering the styling elements and the features in which that you get with this. Going into the XLE is kind of the sweet spot because when you get into that trim, you can option quite a bit of features, but you're not going to receive these larger wheels and the suspension. This is only tailored for the XSE, the same thing with the grille pattern. The XLE is also the last trim that you can get a bench for the second row. The limited trim will have more chrome on the exterior. The Platinum, the limited trim will have more chrome elements on the exterior, and the Platinum trim will even have a heads-up display. In comparing this to an SUV, 18 cup or bottle holders found throughout, storage capacity everywhere. It's one of the most versatile yet everyday blend vehicle with a sporty look. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to stop by Gettel Stadium Toyota to check out their new and pre-owned selection.